Hello and welcome to the demonstration on how to posterize an image for the Posturize Pixel Pet Portrait Painting project. In this demonstration, I'm going to show you two ways to posterize an image. The first way will be with Photopea.com. You can find the link in the description below. You can do this from a desktop computer or your mobile device. Let's get started by clicking Open from Computer to upload our image. Select the image that you want and click Open. Once your image is open, you can make some adjustments first before posterizing it. So I go to Image, Adjustments, and I'm first going to change it to black and white. A window will then open and I just click OK. Now that my image is grayscale, I'm going to go ahead and lighten things up because it looks a little dark to me. So I'm going to go to Image, Adjustments, and then I'm going to jump down to Brightness and Contrast. I'm going to slide the brightness over, or if I need to go darker, I will slide the contrast over. Either way, I can adjust how dark or light my image is. And once I'm happy, I'll click OK. Now my image is ready to be posterized. So once again, I'm going to click on Image, go down to Adjustments, and then click on Posterize. Once you click Posterize, a window will then pop up. You will see that my image is very dark, so I'm going to mess with the levels by sliding this over. And what I'm looking for is that the values are being separated into shapes. Once I'm happy, I'm going to click OK. Now we are ready to download our image. So I'm going to go to File, Export As, and then I can choose which file I want to download as, and I'm just going to do a JPEG. A window will then pop up. I can change the file name to anything I want, pet portrait's fine, and then I'm going to click Save. My image has now been downloaded. We are now going to jump over to Google Slides to upload our image and to add a grid on top and those little pixel boxes. Our first step is to upload our image by hitting Insert, Image, Upload from Computer. Then I'm going to click on my posterized image, Pet Portrait, and click Open. Next, I'm going to size this down to line up with a peach square. Once I have my image to the correct size, I'm going to go ahead and move my grid on top. Be careful with the orientation of the grid. We want to make sure that it doesn't change into rectangles. As I move the grid, it goes behind my pet portrait, so I need to bring it forward. There's two ways to do this. By having my grid selected, I can hit Control-Shift-Up, or I can left-click on the grid, and then a little window will open and go to Order, Bring to the Front. Now, if your image is dark like mine, we might want to change the color to our grid, so you can do that by clicking the pencil and then changing the color. Our last and final step is to add these pixels to our image. There are two ways to do that. You can literally click and drag to the square that you want. Again, you need to change the order to bring it to the front, so you can Control-Shift-Up. The criteria for this project is to have a minimum of 11 pixels, but you can have more than that. You can choose where you want these pixels to go, and you can even overlap your pet. Again, you can grab a pixel, move it over to the grid, and then bring it towards the front. Or if it's easier, you can make a copy by clicking Control-C to copy and Control-P to paste. Once you are happy with the placement of your pixels, you are ready to start your project. Next, we're going to learn how to posterize an image using Google Slides. We are going to start out by uploading an unposterized image. To do so, you're going to click on Insert, Image, Upload from Computer. Once you find the photo that you want to open, click on it and click Open. Then make sure that you line it up with the peach square. To edit the photo, you're going to click on the photo, click on Format Options, go over to the right side. We're going to first recolor the photo by choosing a black and white grayscale version. You can see here that there's a couple different versions that you can choose from. And then once you're happy with that, you're going to jump down to Adjustments and then play with the brightness and the contrast. It doesn't quite posterize the image, but it does get to a point where it breaks it into separate values. My goal here is to try to see those values as separate shapes. Once our image is ready, we are ready to move our grid on top of our pet portrait. We do have to change the order of the grid, so we're going to Control-Shift up. And then our last step is to move those pixels on top of our grid. You can see here that there's quite a big difference between the two images. That's okay, both of these versions will work for our painting. Let's get started with the next steps. Find the next video in the description below. And thank you for watching.